Dji Phantom here. It's kind of a bittersweet day. I just want to announce to you guys that I sold my Mavic. I had a bunch of stuff for it and a big case, and I was realized looking at it, you know, the whole point of having a Mavic was really to have it for convenience. You can throw it in your backpack. Some people were throwing it in their jacket, and you could just take off with it. Unfortunately for me, doing the work that I do, I required a lot of extra equipment. So once I really took a step back and looked at it, I realized it really wasn't giving the size value, the footprint value that I wanted. So I ended up selling to somebody in West Sacramento. If you watch the channel, you know who you are. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, it was an excellent craft. It certainly, if you keep it small and you keep the footprint small on it, it serves a purpose. But for me in this channel moving forward, we're all about Phantoms. I had a Phantom before this, before the Mavic, and I'm going to have a Phantom now. I want to show you guys, introduce you guys. I ended up acquiring the Phantom 4 Pro Plus Obsidian. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, but it's basically a black version of the Pro. The Plus indicates that it actually includes a screen. The screen is awesome. It's one less thing that you have to configure with wires and your cell phone and make sure your cell phone's compatible. I know a lot of people out there are saying, well, the cell phone works better, you don't have to worry about the updates, but I had an epiphany when I was just trying to decide between the Pro Plus and the Pro. The Pro Plus with the screen has Wi-Fi. So as long as you have a hotspot plan on your carrier, on your cell phone carrier, you're going to be able to get internet onto that controller wherever you go. So all I'm going to do is hotspot my cell phone to the controller, and I'll literally be able to get any updates. I'll have no compatibility issues whatsoever. So I just want to show you guys, take a tour with it. I'm doing a firmware update right now, the major firmware, to get it upgraded. I did some reviewing and some searching online, and I discovered the best possible way to do a firmware update is to go micro USB to micro USB. So with the Phantom 4 Pro, they include like a 1 foot female USB to micro USB, and that's kind of pivotal because if you have your own micro USB, or you can use the one that's included, it's about 3 to 5 foot. I'm not exactly sure. Like it's probably about 3 feet. So you connect that regular 3 foot micro USB to the female 1 foot USB, and then you connect that end of that micro USB to the Phantom itself. So you're going controller micro USB to Phantom micro USB. And when those are connected and the controller is connected to the internet, you can update all your firmware automatically wirelessly. So you're not going to need to use the DJI Assistant. You're not going to need to download it from the website onto a memory card and put it on the controller and then don't worry about that. It's so much simpler. If you have issues going forward, like you attempt to do it this way and for some reason it fails, or you have spotty internet wirelessly, then you know you can probably roll back the firmware, use the Assistant, use the micro US or the micro SD card, and go that route if you'd like. It's probably 10 times easier to just do it wirelessly. So that's the path I've chosen. So come along with me. We'll show out. I'll talk about some of the features, and then we'll do some flying. The Phantom 4 Plus Obsidian includes a 1-inch CMOS 20 megapixel camera capable of ISO 100 to 3200 in auto and 100 to 12,800 in manual, with a max bit rate of 100 megabytes per second. Phantom 4 Pro's high capacity battery features a 5870 milliamp hour battery with a flight time of approximately 30 minutes. We're going to be doing some firmware update, and from what I gather online, the easiest way to perform the firmware upgrade is to have Wi-Fi connected and to go micro USB to micro USB connection from the Phantom to the controller. So let's walk you through it real quick. So we have the micro USB connected. Looks like it's got a red light. I'm only assuming that that is a data transfer. So we have that, and then we have that connected to the controller in back via USB, and it has prompted us to update. So we're going to go ahead and update that. Alright, it says slide to update. I'm hoping y'all can get that. Inconsistent firmware, slide to upgrade. And now it is updating. It says 44%. Phantom 4. Clearly got an update going on through the battery. It's at 75%, so significantly faster than a Mavic firmware update. It's a matter of a couple of minutes. We are now seeing a green under the connection, and we had a confirmation on firmware, but it is prompting for another update. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. Alright, so it's showing a newer version detected. So this is version 1.2.2.00, and it is 796 megabytes. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we get that upgraded. In here you can tell it's receiving signal because of the red flashing light. We've connected this before turning the controller and the Phantom on, but I don't believe that really matters. As long as you're going micro USB to micro USB, that's all that matters. So we're going to get this started. Alright, we're back. Firmware seems to have been completed. We're going to go ahead and hit press update. Alright, we got a firmware check. Radio signals poor, it says, but we got a lot of inside noise. We'll check latest firmware. Alright. Failed to take off. Well, we didn't take off, so that's okay. Alright, so it says your mobile phone's Wi-Fi is off 5 gigahertz. So we have some obvious errors popping up. We're going to go ahead and restart this craft and see what happens. Alright, California Phantom. We're in my backyard. We're doing some renovations, rebuilding a fence. So I apologize if it's a little messy, because it is. We're going to take off shortly, and we're going to see what this girl can do. Louder. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. You saw some footage of it in the air. We talked about it. We discussed the proper firmware procedures using micro USB to micro USB for all you Phantom 4 Pro owners. That's definitely the best way to do it. I got it updated and in the air, out of the box, in under 25-30 minutes. So I'm just so impressed looking at the build quality of this drone versus the Phantom 3 Pro. We have a lot more, just the subtle differences like we see with the exhaust built right into the arm of it. It's just instead of having just caps on the motor, they now have the integrated LED right under the engine compartment. So it's just the motor compartment. So it's just the little things that really kind of wow me with this thing. But if you liked what you saw, please hit that like. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay? Till the next adventure.